Good morning, Paul. Today is Thursday, July the 13th, and here's the heads up briefing for today. In Australasia and the Pacific Island, we covered 5 issues. In North Asia, we covered 7 issues. In Southeast Asia, we covered 21 issues. In South Asia, we covered 18 issues, along with the major developments in the EMEA region.
Okay, excellent, Basil. Thanks for filling in for today. Go ahead.
In Australasia and the Pacific Islands in Papua New Guinea, Puma Energy Country General Manager Hulala Tukome announced that the company may have to ration its fuel supply due to the foreign exchange shortage in the country.
Okay, this is an ongoing issue in Papua New Guinea. I'm monitoring it. Thank you.
In Japan, the government has completed a deal with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization called the Individually Tailored Partnership Program, signaling a new era in bilateral relations.
Yes, and I think your pronunciation of era as error probably indicates long-term. NATO's expansionism is going to be a global error. Thank you.
In Southeast Asia, in Thailand, the Constitutional Court accepted two cases against the Move Forward Party and its leader, Pita Limjaroenrat, yesterday.
Yeah, look, it's very interesting because Kun Pita Limjaroenrat got a very successful election result for the Move Forward Party. Obviously, the old established group does not want to be challenged, but this is certainly going to lead to unrest if it's anything other than actually acknowledging it's a defunct media outlet. But the mere fact that it's gone and been pushed forward indicates there's skullduggery going ahead. So positive, necessary change in Thailand may not be about to occur in line with the whims and dreams of all the Western pundits. I believe there's been no news coming out of the Parliament complex. They're currently sitting for the Prime Minister vote. I don't expect they'll get a result today. They could, but just keep me posted if there's any news coming up that they didn't actually elect somebody or they've adjourned it to another sitting. That's really important. Your heads up. If unrest occurs, I'm going to have to drive up to Bangkok. Okay?
Yes, sure, Paul. In Malaysia, the United Malays National Organization will field 6 candidates for the 40 state legislative assembly seats in the Penang state election on August 12th.
Okay, thank you.
Moving over to South Asia and Bangladesh, the opposition Bangladesh Nationalist Party, the BNP, will host protest rallies in Dhaka on July 18 and 19. They are demanding the Awami League-led government to resign and call for fresh elections under a non-partisan caretaker government.
Sure, and the chances of that happening is the same as pigs flying. Have we already issued an advisory to clients on that?
Not yet, Paul.
Okay, I think we should, all right?
Okay, sure.
Not necessarily today, but have a chat with Uday and or Raghav, okay?
I'll do that, Paul, for sure.
Thank you.
In Pakistan, the International Monetary Fund approved the 9-month standby arrangement for Pakistan worth $3 billion yesterday.
Yeah, we actually covered that yesterday. Uday already gave me a heads up. Thank you.
Okay, Paul. Moving over to the EMEA region. In France, the Interior Ministry yesterday announced that it will deploy around 130,000 law enforcement officers for the Bastille Day celebrations tomorrow.
Yes, well, you know, you have some real issues in society when for your National Day, you need to deploy 130,000 people. So it appears that France is taking the approach that let's patch up all the cracks, but let's not worry about the cracks or what's forming those or causing those. Let's just continue to pull out the putty and plug it up. Thank you.
In Ukraine, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization allies offered Ukraine security assurances at the end of the summit in Vilnius, Lithuania yesterday. The assurances included the prospect of long-term protection and integration into NATO once the war is over.
I'm not sure they're going to find that very comforting, given that they've been the front man for other people's wars. NATO, including America, Europe, they're fighting a battlefront which obviously regardless of what side of the fence you're on, I think everybody can acknowledge, perhaps now, that Ukraine's become a victim of other people's agendas. They've had a lot of fatalities, decimated organisation, disaster. Families are being split up by death and segregation of family members. So lovely words in Vilnius by the NATO allies, but again, perhaps very ignorant of the disaster they create with their personification and talking. It's very UN-like in a way. It doesn't get much done, but does a lot of talking. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. That's all for today.
All right, brilliant, Basil. Thanks a lot. Cheers.